Alright, I'm going to talk about the latest on the Cabin Fever franchise. Um, in 2011, they announced the prequels. Well, they're going to do one at a time. It's going to be the origins of the virus. Now, if you're not familiar with this franchise, check out the first one that came out in 2002, 2003, directed by horror movie fan Eli Roth. It's a classic, set in the perfect setting for a horror movie, cabin. They don't turn to zombies. It's about how the virus is the villain, but it doesn't turn them into zombies. It's about how it makes everyone go crazy and lose their minds, basically. It was a well-written script. Anyway, so in the sequel, Lionsgate turned down Eli Roth's script. Apparently, he took it as a joke. He didn't even want to do the sequel. He says in multiple interviews that he wanted to turn it into an animation franchise for some reason. But it took forever for the sequel to come out. The first one came out in 2002, 2003. Then the sequel didn't even come out until 2009, the end of the decade. I heard they filmed it in 2006, but it was like one of those things stuck in post-production hell where they didn't release it. Ty West ended up doing that film. And they took it out of the horror atmosphere of the cabin setting, and they put it in prom night. I thought they were going to do prom night, and then they all get infected by eating the punch, and then go into a cabin afterwards, like Stifler's house. Like Stifler's cabin in American Pie or whatever. Anyway, so the origins, I'm going to talk about this. The origins it's about to be the origin of the virus, and the synopsis is, it's going to be like a research vessel. That's where it created, so that's probably going to be the opening scene where everyone died. And then the Caribbean cruise vessel collides with the ship that's been abandoned. I hope it doesn't have too much of a comedic tone, like Piranha 3D atmosphere style. That would really suck. And if this does good, they're gonna schedule right after it. The second film will be set on an island in the Caribbean with a doctor and his family where they encounter the virus. I don't really like those two concepts or settings for these prequels, but the second one, they should get it back to the cabin. This first one sounds okay with the vessel and everything, maybe, but the guy who's doing it's to the left here. His name's Kaare Andrews. He's mostly a comic book artist. He made his film debut with Altitude, a movie that came out in 2010. I saw the trailer. It looks like a total B movie, and then it almost looked like Jillian a Gull was in the movie. But no, they show a monster with tentacles wrapping around the ship and everything. You think it's gonna be a psychological thriller, then it turns into a science fiction thriller, and everyone was ripping on it on the comments for YouTube. So who knows what to expect? He's supposed to be talented. It does have one good thing going for it. The guy, Jake Wade Wall, who wrote the screenplay for When a Stranger Calls remake and the Hitcher remake for Platinum Dunes, wrote the script for this, so that's a good thing going for it. He's a good creative writer. I love the script for When a Stranger Calls remake. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be called Cabin Fever Patient Zero, and this is the poster art for it. It's got the skull dome, just like the original one. Anyway, this is JBM from VillainNews. Check out more horror movie discussions. Subscribe for free on YouTube.